Listen, I sincerely hope all of you are being safe out there. We are seeing numerous attacks against those that are not willing to kiss Israel's ass. And apparently, there was an attack here on Anna Kasparian. I do want to highlight this. And then we're going to talk about how we can take our power back. And there was something that she did here, which I think that is an example of that, is an example of taking your power back. So Anna Kasparian says she is facing threats against her life. Let's look at this and we'll get into the video. Political commentator Anna Kasparian says she is being targeted by the anonymously run pro-Israel organization Canary Mission and is now facing threats against her life. So she's not the first one that we've seen this happen to. But it just goes to show you they're coming after, of course, a lot of the independent commentators. And yeah, it's just, and look at who they came after, right? So she's a part of TYT, Anna and Jink. Obviously, they co-host the main show for TYT. But you see who they choose to come after. They come after her and not Jink, right? So we've seen them come after Candace. We've seen them come after Brianna Joy Gray, Katie Halper, etc. But this attack here, this is like borderline physical attack that apparently Anna was facing. And I do worry that like, you just never know who's out there, who's lurking around the corner. And for this to happen in your neighborhood, which apparently is where it happened, then that can make you not feel safe at home. So let's get into this, and you think of ways that Anna can take her power back. I think she did that with what she does in this commentary, but let's get this started.
This morning, as I was walking my dog, as I always do early in the morning, all of a sudden I was confronted by someone, a woman who I've seen in the neighborhood before, never had any issues with her. And since I've seen her in the neighborhood before and I never had any issues with her, I didn't think much of what was going to happen as I was approaching her. So I'm walking my dog. She's standing in the middle of the sidewalk with her dog, and her dog's going nuts, like unruly. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, she's trying to train her dog. Her dog, looks like it might be a younger dog, whatever. And as I'm approaching, she's looking at me in a menacing way. Like she has a weird wide stance, and I'm like, I still am not thinking much of it. I'm just thinking, okay, she's probably irritated with her dog acting like this. So let me just go around her. So I literally walk into the street in order to go around her and her dog. As I do that, she starts with her crazy unruly dog approaching me and Charlie, essentially like sicking her dog at me, but not letting the dog loose from the leash. Thank God, okay? At that point, by the way, I'm listening to music. I'm minding my own business. I'm trying to avoid her. And then when she's like coming at me with her dog, I like take my headphones out and I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, you're a Jew hater. And I'm like, okay, well, obviously there's a misunderstanding, so let me have a conversation with her. But she's like screaming at me. It's 7 in the morning. And I'm like, wait, hold on. And then she brings up, oh, you were rubbing your hands and making fun of the Jews. This is Canary Mission propaganda, full stop. And it's in reference to this. Let me show you what they've posted on social media. Now, they claim that I'm doing the happy merchant meme, which by the way, I've seen that photo all over the internet before. I didn't know it was called the happy merchant meme. I don't live in 4chan, okay? We were talking about one specific person, so I brought that up to her. I was like, I was talking about Larry Ellison, one specific person who wants to surveil us 24/7, so we're all on our best behavior. And then she immediately switched to a different aggrieved, issue that she had, the other issue that she's aggrieved about, which I'll get to in a second. Go ahead.
Yeah, and so look, I feel like the pro-Israel radicals have planted so-called tropes all around us, so that you're never allowed to criticize Israel in any way, shape, or form, or in any style, or with any body emotions, or with any words, because everything's a trope.
or anyone. See, this is the danger that we're dealing with right now. So now it's getting to the point where you can't even, and I remember that segment. So criticizing Larry Ellison. So now it's like, if you just criticize even that one person, now you're considered to be anti-Semitic as well. See, this is a trick, by the way. It's a known trick. So it's just, I got to tell you, I have never seen this type of energy, this type of protection put out there for any other group of people. I've never seen it. But yeah, she was talking about Larry Ellison. So now this woman walking her dog in the neighborhood tried to sick her dog on Anna, who was walking her dog, because she was like, oh, well, you said this. And people got to remember, TYT has over 6 million subscribers. Like Anna and Jink are probably recognized, like when they go out in public. They're probably recognized. The rest of us, for the most part, we can kind of fly under the radar. You know what I mean? Like I can walk around like places, like unless I'm going to like a rally, like, or unless I'm going to cover an event or something like that, for the most part, I can just walk around pretty freely and not get recognized. For them though, I'm willing to bet probably not the case, because they have a lot of like subscribers. TYT also has a channel on, I think they still do, on Roku at one point. Yeah, I think they did. I think they also have one on YouTube TV or something like that. So they're not just on YouTube. So just something to keep in mind. But this is where we're headed, ladies and gentlemen, where you can't even criticize. I
wasn't even criticizing Israel. I was criticizing one specific person. We're going to show you the video in a second. Hold on. Go ahead.
And then Larry Ellison's later in this program, we're going to show you a story about how he's trying to build these giant things in Gaza.
AI centers,
which meaning like, oh yeah, obviously Israel's going to take Gaza. Obviously we're going to ethnically cleanse them. We might or might not use them for forced labor. But other than that, we're taking Gaza. So yes, and Larry Ellison, who bought CBS, Paramount, and TikTok, and expressly for the purpose of doing propaganda for Israel, they're not even hiding it. They say they paid more for Barry Weiss's site, way more. I'm in the business, I know. They paid an outrageous sum, and then they bragged to the press about, well, that's because she's pro-Israel. Then Netanyahu comes and says, we're taking over TikTok, and we're thinking about X, etc. And then they say, and by the way, they committed a genocide. They murder over 70,000 people, the Israelis do, not Jewish people. The only people saying Jewish people are pro-Israel zealots.
Yeah.
No one else says Jews. No one. That's in the legitimate space that isn't Fuentes or whoever, right?
But the point is, it's getting to the point now where even if you just criticize, you know what I mean? Like people shouldn't have to sit up here and walk on eggshells. This is what I was saying before about the free speech. You shouldn't have to walk on eggshells because you're afraid that, oh God, if I criticize Larry Ellison, or, you know, it seems to be a little bit easier if you criticize Netanyahu because you can just say, I'm criticizing the government. But if you make some of the comments that Cenk just made about, well, you got Larry Ellison buying, you know, CBS and buying this and buying that and trying to control, like, you know, the way that we receive our information and our media in particular. Yeah, that's problematic. That needs to be called out. But even when you say that, some people will say, oh, well, that's anti-Semitic that you said that. No, it's not. And that's the danger that we're headed towards when it comes to the censorship. And this is what I've been warning people. You got to be against the censorship. And just because people say things that you don't like, you still got to support free speech, because this is where we are headed. Let's fast forward a little bit here to get back to the story. Because from what I understand, they're also coming after her husband. So this is not just about that dog.
Mission and the propaganda they put out there in order to get people to target me like this. After she attempts to attack me with her dog, the only thing I have on the top of my mind is I need to get my dog to safety, because I have a small dog, okay? He's 20 pounds. So as I'm walking away, she says to me, good luck to your husband dealing with you. And I say, my husband loves me. And she responds with, that's why we're trying to get him fired. To me, that was the sign that this isn't some lone wolf situation. She's part of an organized group that's not just attempting to destroy me, but destroy my husband's livelihood when my husband has nothing to do with my career, nothing to do with, guy doesn't even like politics.
So now they're trying to come after people's jobs. And this is what I pointed to before, right? Like, let's go back and remember some things. We watched Brianna Joy Gray lose her job on The Hill Rising. Katie Halper, before that, Katie Halper lost her job on Rising. She was a guest contributor. I mean, it's like how much Candace Owens got fired from the Daily Wire. What do all three of them have in common other than the fact that they're women? They were all criticizing Israel. So it just now to go after someone's husband's job, like to this point, like this is crazy. This is insane. And those actions don't help Israel. Those actions don't help Jewish Americans here in this country. It doesn't. That actually, in my opinion, that makes things worse. So it's all these, going after people's jobs, going after people's family. Like, this is insane. This is ridiculous. Let's continue.
Okay, he works in athletics, he works at a school, he loves his students love him, but they want to destroy him because he refused to put out a statement condemning his wife. Incessantly they demand that he put out a statement condemning his wife. He's not gonna do that, okay? You're not gonna get in between a marriage because your feelings are hurt over my criticism of a foreign government. Now, she said that and I was like, I gotta call Christian. So I'm trying to get Charlie home. I call Christian, I tell him what happened. Leave Charlie, drop him off at home. Christian and I go downstairs because he wants to see who is this woman, right? So at that point, we approach her and I decide I'm gonna file a police report and I don't know this woman's name. I wanna have an image of her, I wanna have a video of her, I wanna have a video of her dog. And so get a load of her behavior here where all of a sudden, now that I'm recording, she's pretending like she's the victim when she's the one who tried to sick her dog at me and Charlie, and pay very close attention to her treatment of her own dog, how her dog is behaving and what she's saying. Do you think it was appropriate for you to try to sick your dog on me?
I did not.
Do you think that was appropriate to sick your dog at me? You sicked your dog at me.
I told you to stay away from me because my dog is barking.
Was that appropriate? Was it appropriate for you?
Was it get away from me?
Look at
Dude, can I talk to you?
No. Why did you try to sick your dog at me?
I told you to get away from me.
Because you don't like my political views?
I told you to get like this.
Psycho.
I told you to stop following me.
Now you're acting different because you're being recorded,
right? Get away from me. I told you to get away from me. I told you my dog is barking.
Why did you
sick your dog? Stalking me.
Why did you try to
yelling
sick your dog at me? Why did you sick your dog at me?
No.
Oh, now you're a victim after you tried to sick your dog at me and my dog.
Come back and I tell you.
No. You'd say you called her a Jew hater.
You called me a Jew hater. You called me a Jew hater.
So this is typical, right? So now she is the victim. This is typical. Oh God, no. You're asking me why I did what I did. Oh, now I'm the victim. That's typical behavior. And we've seen this over and over again. Stop stalking me. Get away from me. I'm going to call the police. I'm in danger. Right? So it's a good thing that she recorded it, that she got this on camera. Also, not only that, but everybody knows who this lady is now. But the reality is that is typical. They attack you, but then they claim that they're the victim. It's no difference. We sat here for 2 years and still now we see Israel killing kids and women and all this types of stuff. We have watched this happen for 2 years, but they're claiming that they're the victim. This is typical. This is what I was talking about. Oh, woe is me, forever the victim. Ay, man. This is wild. This is wild.
Stalking me.
Why did you try to
yelling
sick your dog at me? Why did you sick your dog at me?
No.
Oh, now you're a victim after you tried to sick your dog at me and my dog.
Come back and I tell you.
No. You'd say you called her a Jew hater.
You called me a Jew hater. You called me a Jew hater.
We'll talk about taking our power back in just a second.
Okay, so there's another video that we're gonna go to that's going to prove that what I'm telling you guys is true because she told on herself, but go ahead, Jane.
So, okay, she knows Anna, she's waiting for Anna.
Yep.
She's blocking the sidewalk.
Yep.
She says this ludicrous comment about Jew hater. Then she knows about Anna's husband and his job and how she's part of a group who's trying to get him fired because he has a wife who has criticized Israel. And she thinks she's the victim.
She thinks she's the victim.
Oh my God, oh, you caught me terrorizing you? Oh, I'm the victim, I'm the victim. Can I make these noises? Can I do these hand motions?
It's all
Everything's a trope, right? Everything's a trope. You wait like a thug ambushing someone. And then all of a sudden, when they call you out on it, how do you know my name? How do you know my information? How do you know my husband? Oh, stop stalking me. Nah. By the way, I get notes like this all the time. You have to fire Anna. You have to fire. How you are not allowed to criticize Israel. Yeah.
So the thing is, and we'll go forward a little bit here. What I was gonna say is that remember all the people who lost their jobs? Like we sat there and we watched faculty members get fired because they participated in a pro-Palestinian protest. Remember this? Remember people who lost their jobs because they spoke out against what Israel was doing? I mean, it's just insane. Let's go on a little bit more.
Show you. She tells on herself because remember, she talked about how they're trying to get my husband fired. Tell my husband about it. We go and confront her about what she's saying and what she did to me. And pay close attention to what she says here. Watch.
Wait.
Go ahead.
You're trying to get me fired.
No, I did not. I said I'm telling everybody about her.
Oh, that's what she just said.
You said that you're trying to get my husband fired.
Everybody's trying to get him fired.
Exactly. Yeah, you're part of that, everybody.
Be careful, that woman's dangerous. She tried to sick that dog at me. She tried to sick that dog at me and my dog. That's what she tried to do. That's what she tried to do. She tried to sick her dog at me and my dog because she doesn't like my political views, because I don't like a genocidal government. So in the middle of that, you hear her saying, no, I said everybody's trying to get him fired. Thus confirming what I said earlier, but more importantly, that this woman apparently knows everything about me, knows who my husband is, know where he works, knows about the campaign to try to get him fired. So she was standing there in the middle. I walk my dog, and maybe this is a mistake. I walk my dog at the same time every day. I have a super packed, regimented schedule. I don't want to talk to anybody when I'm walking my dog. I just want to do what I need to do to help my dog relieve himself and get back home so I can get back to work. Okay, I'm not looking for trouble. I'm not accosting people. I'm not confronting people. She decided to literally wait in the middle of the sidewalk with her dog to intimidate me like that.
So the only thing I'm going to say here about that is we don't have that on video, right? So right now it's Anna's word against hers. We don't see video of the woman using her dog to attack Anna. So we don't have proof of that other than what Anna has said here. But here's something I wanted to add about this. When we talk about taking our power back, right? What that woman was trying to do was get a rise out of Anna, right? Like she's trying to upset her. She's trying to anger her so that then she can respond by playing the victim. Oh my God, this woman is after me. She's coming after me, right? And so sometimes what you have to do is not feed into that. And yes, I understand it. Like naturally, that's probably not going to be your response. Naturally, your response is going to be to tell them, get the hell out of my face. Like, what are you doing? Like that type of thing. But that's what they want you to do. That's what that woman wanted. She wanted to get that type of response so then she can say, oh, look, she's after me. So it's already one thing where she said that we're trying to get your husband fired. We're trying to get him to lose his job. So, she already working on something with like Canary Mission. We talked about Canary Mission on the show before, but to go along with that, now you also see that now she has this that she can also use and say, oh, look how she came after me. So this is where when I talk about taking our power back, sometimes like when we take our power back and we own that doesn't necessarily mean that we respond in such a way that can come back to bite us, or respond in such a way that makes the enemy happy. So that woman pretends like she's upset and she's running away, but she's actually happy inside because she's like, yay, I got to her, right? I got her. And sometimes the best thing that you can do is to remain calm and not feed into it. That's the part where it gets tricky.
And when I walked around her, I walked into the street. When I walked around her into the street in order to avoid her, she starts approaching me with her dog in a threatening manner and then acts like she's the victim.
Okay, look, guys. First of all, that second lady has nothing to do with any of this. Okay, so leave her out of it. Okay. Number two, on this lady who accosted Anna, we do not do the same things that they do. Okay, we are the good guys. We don't accost people in the streets. We don't go stalk them. We don't terrorize them. We're always for nonviolence. I'm super proud that TYT is now known throughout the internet as the show that is always for nonviolence, always for peace, okay? So nobody go bother anybody here because I know what they're gonna do next. Oh my God, they showed it online.
Oh yeah, we did. We sure did.
I was just trying to stalk her.
We sure did. I will never apologize for that. You came for my dog and my husband. You want to come for me? That's a different story. Okay, mano a mano. That's a different story. You come at me with my dog. With my dog. You try to stick your dog at my dog. You try to threaten my husband's livelihood. You think I'm a little wilting flower and I'm so scared. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. This isn't gonna stop me from doing the commentary that I do. And by the way, look at what kind of disgusting, despicable, dishonest pieces of crap Canary Mission is. Because while they were pretending as if I was doing the so-called happy merchant meme and that I'm some big anti-Semite, let's take a look at the video in full context, shall we?
Your best friend.
Pause for a second. Zalipa said, Anna gonna get a body cam. I would recommend that. I'd recommend it. But this is the video that was in question.
Jewish.
They don't care.
No, my point is, did Larry Ellison or Bill Ackman or Netanyahu call her and say, hey, are you okay with this?
Larry Ellison can tell me how my ass tastes. Okay, how about that?
Yeah,
right,
so
disgusting, weird Oracle founder going around talking about like, yes, we're gonna surveil everybody. Everyone will be on their best behavior. Yes, you're a freak. You're a total creep.
Okay,
all right,
so
creep.
So my point is, do not.
Yeah, so they were talking about Larry Ellison. That's who she was talking about. But they're leaving that out. They're taking that part out. They're just showing what she was doing there with her hands and then kind of using that. You know what I mean? So you can't play into it because they really do want to get a rise out of you. That's the goal. They want you to get angry. They want you to, approach them. Don't even approach. We saw this with what's his name? Alan Dershowitz. With Alan Dershowitz, remember when he was in Martha's Vineyard and he said that they wouldn't serve him, I forget what the food was. Pierogi? I think maybe it was a pierogi. He got upset because the vendor wouldn't serve him. They said because you support genocide, and all that kind of stuff. And I noticed, remember what we pointed out? He was trying to get a rise out of them, but notice that those vendors, they remain so calm. And so that's the thing, they want to get you upset. They want to get a rise out of you. And I think that I will say this, though. If I was Anna Kasparian, yeah, you might want to start wearing a body cam. It's crazy that we should have to do that in these days, but that's what it's come to. And if I was her, that's what I would do. Because it just doesn't seem to be safe. And then that way you would have had on video what she did. Because that is the other thing right now is just her word against that woman, because we don't see video footage of the woman approaching her and trying to sick her dog on her. We only see the video footage of what happened after that. So I agree. Get a body cam. Hey, people got to protect themselves. You guys have got to protect yourselves. Everybody out there these days, because there's some loonies. There's some loonies out there. Oh my God. I take your power back. Hey guys, this was a Sabby clip. If you like what you saw, hit that like button and subscribe.